Today our cover band is playing a street dance in a small town, and we are going to be providing all the sound for it. Currently, I keep my PA system behind this curtain in my YouTube/band practice space. It does a nice job of hiding, but also keeping it temperature controlled. Honestly, it's kind of a pain in the butt, so I'll probably move it out to the garage. Eventually, I'll get my own trailer, but financially, for the cost of renting this trailer, I would have to do 150 gigs to pay off buying a trailer. And currently, I only need it a couple times per month, so it would take years to get that return on investment.
Really, I should be stacking things on there to roll in, but with the way that this ramp is set up, there's a lip here that I have to lift over, and then there's a dip right here, and when I roll stuff in, it gets caught there, so if I had stuff stacked on top, it might fall in. Maybe I'll think of something clever later.
The street dance will be downtown. I love the way these small towns look. This is going to be a perfect location for us to set up tonight.
It was supposed to be really hot and there wasn't supposed to be any chance of rain, but as you can see in the background, it's clearly cloudy. They were supposed to have the stage set up for us, which is going to be a couple of trailers, but there's nothing here. So I'm going to reach out and we'll see if we can get this party started. The electrician showed up. It looks like we'll be going out of these junction boxes over here on this side here. And we are waiting for the rest of the power because they're going to get a distribution box. I should have brought one, but I was told ahead of time that they would have the power that we needed, but you should always come prepared. The trailers are arriving. We're going to be setting up right here in the middle of the street, and the power is going to be set up right over here. Shouldn't be too far. It's going to be cool. We're going to get a couple of these trailers and we'll get them all set up. Hopefully the weather holds out. It's looking a little iffy.
While he is setting up the stage, here's a crude stage plot that I sent to everyone so that we are on the same page so that we can do load in and set up quicker. Now don't be alarmed by the power setup. These DIY distribution boxes are really common. All it is a 220 volt line coming off the wall into a house circuit breaker panel, and inside there's 4 different circuit breakers of 20 amps that feed these outlets. It looks scarier than it actually is. Time to set up the speakers. I'll start with the subs, and it was crazy loud on the brick. We are using 4 QSC 118s today. It was originally going to be 6, but that fell through.
Yeah, cool, huh?
Yeah, I know that. You want this one right here?
Yeah, I'm gonna move them back, but yeah, I'm basically centering 2 on 2. Gotta go over on this side, like right next to.
And for tops, we're going to be using the PreSonus CDL 12s, 2 per side.
Okay, I'm not tall enough to get. Well,
I can get the other one.
If
If you just help me guide it, I can definitely lift it up.
The nice part is that they fenced us off. This keeps people from tripping over our speaker tripods, or worse, putting drinks on the subs, which is never a good idea.
like cows.
Just like cows.
This is cattle fencing, isn't it?
I'll grab my 8-channel snake, which lives in the box. It's just always hooked up. In a band situation like this, keeping stuff hooked up just saves you time in the end. I have these small XLRs that I use to connect subs together. Since they're so close together, I I don't need to have giant cables taking up space. I'm running 2 QSC K12s for center fills.
You fired
Since we mostly run on modeler pedals and we won't have live instruments on the stage, it kind of fills in that stage sound.
Sound guy.
Fantastic.
I did hire somebody to run sound.
Gotcha.
So what they're going to
So
be
you can
doing
see
is
there's
just running the
roughing of
levels
the
when
snare in there.
certain instruments need to be
So basically it's like
brought up in the
anything
mix,
low
or if a singer
end,
changes.
crank up, but
It just makes it easier for me because then I can just focus on being the guitar player
so that's
rather than trying to
what's
run the
feeding the
sound
subs.
from the stage. This is my old phone, which I will be using to play break music, and also I play it now to test the system out. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the speakers. Normally I run the top main LR and the subs on the center mono channel, but because I'm gonna be running center fills that are about 5 feet back from where the mains and subs are, I need to run a matrix. That way I can set up delay times on these speakers. I don't do this very often, so what I'm trying to do is figure out how to do it again and remember how to route it all.
I'm doing it.
And here's a look at the final setup. I need to clean up the cables, but I always do that last. It's more important to make sure that everything works so you can actually put on the show before I make it all completely pretty. We are gonna fast forward to the evening. It's just about showtime and people are starting to file in. And showtime. It is 2:10. We just finished up. We were supposed to wrap up at midnight, but they asked for us to play a few more songs, so we kept playing a few more songs, and it's a nice way to make a little bit of extra tip money to play a little bit longer. The street is a lot quieter now. We are all packed up. We've got everything ready to roll out, and it was a good night.